Run it. All right, we're here with our first podcast ever. Me and my dog Aaren here. Finally.
Schedules linked up so we could able to set it up and get going.
After all this time. I feel like we've been talking about this for years, but we're finally here, man.
Yeah.
It's an honor to do this.
I love it.
We figured we watch so much sports overall, might as well start talking about it. And
that's what we do anyways.
That's where we're at. Clarification, we're going to be talking about some football today. And he is a Saints fan.
Who dat?
And you will learn about that pretty quickly here with some of the picks.
I will try to be as unbiased as possible.
As biased as possible, yeah.
But if you do see some bias, it's who dat all day.
It is what it is, man. So a little background info with us. We played soccer together in college. Oh yeah, get the alcohol off the screen. We played soccer together, and here we are all these years later. All right, you ready to get into this?
Let's get it.
All right. So we're going to start off with some AFC predictions here. We're going to start off with AFC South. Get it going here, a little bit of a softball. Aaren, what are your predictions for the AFC South, 1 through 4?
Ooh, okay. So for the AFC South, I don't know who to put 1. Because the Titans were very good before Derrick Henry's injury. I think they had the best record in the entire AFC before that happened. But I do think the Colts, their young core, just more experienced now. They got a veteran, former MVP at quarterback.
Yeah,
that's not Carson Wentz.
So who lost to the Jaguars in the last game?
Exactly. I just don't. It all depends on. First of all of this all just depends on health.
NFL's fickle like that, man.
I'm gonna stay with my gut and go with the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh,
at number 1.
Okay.
Followed closely by the Indianapolis Colts at number 2.
All right.
My running back in fantasy this year, Jonathan Taylor, will have an amazing year though. That offensive line is incredible. Yeah. They got young receivers now. I mean, I think the Colts are going to shock some people. They're going to have a very good year. Now, it's 2 top-heavy teams and 2 bottom-heavy teams.
Yeah.
Because these might be the 2 worst teams in the AFC.
But Trevor Lawrence coming off of a year where you got to start picking it up now. Rookie year, you get a little bit of a pass. Second year, you got to get going.
That's true. They did spend a lot of money in the offseason. And they got a new coach. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars at 3.
Jaguars at 3.
Jaguars.
So you put the Texans at 4.
Yeah, it's the Texans.
Texans are in the Bryce Young sweepstakes right now.
Oh, absolutely. You don't trust Davis Mills to lead your team?
That dude's got a huge neck. That's all I got.
You're not wrong. Well, who's their best player though? Like for real, could you tell me?
On the Texans?
Yeah.
I think they have a really nice safety. I forgot what his name was, but I guess that kind of shows.
Reed?
Yeah, I think he is that him.
I think he's on that.
I'll have to look it up. We'll get back to that later, but yeah, I think he's probably their best player. I mean, they don't really have anyone to throw to. Like Mills is a good quarterback, but he's nothing crazy. He's good. He's a nice backup.
Yeah.
Nice backup.
Yeah. I mean, he's. Let's just clarify this. He is not stopping them from drafting whatever quarterback is best next year. I'll tell you that.
So if they get the number 1 overall pick, they're not going to run with Mills instead of Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Me either. All right. So I agree with you on 3 and 4. I think it's going to be Jacksonville and Texans 3-4 in that order. Mm-hmm. I think Trevor Lawrence has to step up this year. I think for me, you give rookie quarterbacks 3 years before they really have to start, before they need to prove themselves. But that sophomore year, they really have to show signs and glimpses of like, oh, this guy's going to be nice. And so I think that he'll have moments. I still think he's going to struggle a little bit. But I got them 3-4. But I'm switching 1 and 2. I'm going Colts at 1. And I'm going Titans at 2. I think Colts are going to win this. I think they're going to get about 11, 12 wins on the year. I think Matty Ice is nice. I think their defense is super slept on.
See, that's the Saints in me. No, he's not. I asked Cam Jordan.
Yeah. I think they'll do really well. I think that again, they get some good young receivers, but their running back's great. Their O-line is fantastic. I think their defense is super slept on. That's the order I'm going for the AFC South. So for the AFC, do you want to spice it up a little bit?
Let's spice it up.
AFC West.
Ooh!
Probably the hardest division to call.
You went into the deep end. The deep end.
1, 2, 3, 4, man.
Ooh,
I feel like you're gonna get a lot of hate on these comments here.
You could go ahead and start this one. I started the last one. So.
Switch around. Okay, so I'm going Chiefs 1. I know they lost Tyreek, but as long as they got Mahomes, I like it. I'm gonna go with Chargers 2.
Ooh, okay.
Chargers 2. I think there's an argument to go Chargers 1 here for how stacked they are. But being a Chargers fan for 31 years, I feel like there's always something that happens. There's always like we got an incredible corner from the Patriots and Jackson and he's already hurt. Gonna miss the first game, I think.
Wow.
He might be back for the first game, but there's just something about the Chargers that always gets me a little hesitant. So maybe that's just me being heartbroken for years.
That's fair.
So that's my 1, 2, and then 3, 4. I'm gonna go with Let's Ride. Let's ride at 3. Broncos Nation, let's ride. My theory with that one is...
Hey, Devontae Adams. He thinks you are coming in last in the division. I just want to point that out.
him in my fantasy league.
Just want to point that out.
But here's the thing. With the Broncos, their defense is great.
Okay. I could get behind it.
Yeah, I don't know how... like, their receiving core was really good, like, as a unit, but Tim Patrick's already hurt. We'll see what Judy can do. But I just like Russell Wilson with that defense. And that's the only reason why I'm giving them the nod. I think 3 and 4 should be. I might change it up like the day before because I do like Derek Carr a lot. And not a lot, but I like him. And then Devontae Adams is just so nice. But something about Raiders gonna Raider. Come at me, man.
Yeah. Okay.
So what's yours?
I do not see. This is where me and Sean disagree. I am going with the Chiefs at number 1. It's just really hard to bet against Patrick Mahomes with Travis Kelce. They got Juju to replace Tyreek.
I think Juju's going to be nice this year.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to go for 100 catches or anything, but
no, there's too many mouths to feed over there for a lot of these teams to have anyone to go over 100 catches. But
except
Kelce. I mean, oh yeah, you got to see Kelce. I just think it's really hard to not take a team that has pretty much built all the chemistry already, whereas most of these teams kind of still got to build the chemistry, so they might start off a little slower than them.
Yeah.
So yeah, we agree on number 1. I'm going with your last place team is my second place team.
Whoa!
I think the Raiders are going to be second place in this division or in the AFC West.
Whoa! They got a lot of nice weapons on offense.
I just don't like. I think every game in the AFC West is going to be an absolute shootout. I don't think, regardless of how good these teams' defenses are, you don't stop Devontae Adams.
No,
because you got to. If you double him, you're leaving single coverage on Darren Waller
and Renfrow.
or Hunter Renfrow.
He was really nice with his routes.
So and then if you drop everyone in coverage, Josh Jacobs is not a slack back. Josh Jacobs is good.
Yeah, they'll be a running back by committee probably, I think. But all their running backs are nice. And
you can't go wrong.
To mention too, with I think McDaniels is there too, right?
Yeah,
he's there.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna. It's just they're gonna be crazy.
That would be the perfect Chargers thing, by the way. The Chargers have the most stacked team in the NFL potentially, or you could argue, and they don't even get top 2 in their division. That's the most Chargers thing.
Yeah. I do think there will be 3 playoff teams from this division.
Yeah.
The only bad thing about it is they got to beat each other up 2 times.
Twice.
So, I will go with your team, the Chargers, at number 3.
Let's go.
Khalil Mack, big addition to that defense.
Huge.
J.C. Jackson, big addition to that defense. I was really wondering where they got all this freaking money. That's what I want to know. Like, I'm like, oh, that could be a good pickup for this people, and I'm like, wait, the Chargers just signed it for how much?
Well, the thing is, when
signed for how much? I'm like, how is this possible?
I think what it just goes down to the Chargers didn't have to pay for a new stadium because it's the Rams, and they also own the rights to everything and the concerts and all the money that comes in from it. And so we just kind of take the money from parking and throw it into our.
You're not wrong.
Players. So then you got Broncos fourth.
I do got Broncos fourth.
That's right.
I do think that it's going to be an adjustment period. I'm not like I think they have like 2 good offensive linemen. The rest of them aren't anything crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But that being said, Russell Wilson has never had a good offensive line in his career, and you've seen what he's done. So I like their running backs, Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon.
Great one too.
I love them. I think they're gonna help him because he's probably better than every running back they just played with besides Beast Mode. Yeah. But like I'm different than you because I don't think that their defense is as good as you're giving them credit for. I think they're very good defense. I think they're a top defense in the league, but when you have Keenan Allen and Herbert and Mike Williams and Juju and Darren Waller and Hunter Renfrow, week in and week out.
Not even mentioning Devontae Adams.
Oh, Devontae Adams. Yeah, I forget that he's on
the
Raiders already.
Yeah.
But they're going to be tested week in and week out. And I just think that, I love Pat Surtain. But, Simmons is sick. But, I think on the other side of the ball, they got to figure that out a little bit still.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little bit to figure that part out. But, I think Broncos. Sadly, I know I do have a lot of Broncos friends that are fans of the Broncos. But you guys are used to sucking, so it's fine.
Except when they had Peyton Manning for that 1 year.
Yeah, Super Bowl year.
The hard thing for me with this division is I think with them all having just so much talent on both sides of the ball that I would go like, okay, well, it's just going to come down to quarterback play. And experience is going to lead him past that in the fourth quarter.
There's not a bad quarterback in this.
Russell Wilson, Carr, Mahomes, and Herbert. So you can't even have that be the outlier.
All right, sidetrack. Rank the quarterbacks in this division.
Rank the quarterbacks in the AFC West?
Yeah.
Mahomes, Herbert, Wilson, Carr.
You hear
3,
that?
4
You hear that, Raider fans? He hates your team.
They're going to come after me.
Hey, that's one fan base I don't want coming after me.
Oh, I like Carr, but it's just so hard to ignore Russell Wilson, man, what he's done.
I agree.
Man, nation's going to be all over me, man.
Yeah. They're riding straight to your front door to kick your ass. Yeah, Mahomes, Herbert, Wilson, Carr. Yeah, I think you got it right.
It's just so hard because Derek Carr in any other league or in any other divisions, top 2.
Oh, absolutely.
But man, or pretty much any. I would have to look, but
no, I think
AFC West is gonna be tough. It's gonna be a battle.
It's gonna be a dogfight every week for that. And like how sometimes you can get away with those games where it's like. Where it's like, this is just like a game. It's not a division game, so it doesn't really count.
Yeah.
Those games are going to be massive for them because think about it, if they split everything and they got to win the rest of their games. They got to go undefeated outside of the division.
And the great thing with that too is you're going to win your division. Like let's say the Ravens win their division. Their first round matchup is probably going to be or could potentially be the Chargers. Yeah. That's not a great reward for winning your division.
Yeah, AFC's disgusting.
Yeah.
Especially the AFC West. It's absolute dogfight.
All right. So we got the AFC West done, the AFC South done, AFC East, man. Well, give us a little break before we go AFC North. So what are your predictions for the AFC East?
The Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, you're right. What's 2 through 4?
See, the Buffalo Bills, I think are going to have the best record in the entire AFC.
They're my prediction to win Super Bowl.
Ooh.
I'll lay it out there.
They'll be tested week 1. That'll be fun.
They're playing week 1.
Rams.
Ooh.
They come to LA, play the Rams. To be the best, you got to beat the best, right?
Yeah.
No, that's good. I mean, both those teams are pretty much the same as last year. It should have been. I feel like it should have been the Super Bowl last year.
13 seconds, man. 13 seconds.
A coin
my buddy I worked with lost a parlay on that weekend. He bet on all the underdogs.
This is a good time to say we are not liable for you losing money. If you need help, call 1-800-GAMBLERS.
Bingo. But he lost a parlay on. He had all the underdogs winning. He had a couple $100 on it. Everybody hit except the Bills.
That's crazy.
That lost in 13 seconds.
That was one of my favorite games to watch live.
Ever.
Like, that is up there with, was it Chiefs Rams, like a Monday Night Football game where they just went absolutely crazy in the Coliseum.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was like 50-52. It was like the final score.
Yeah, in that game, you're just watching like one team, like one quarterback or one team just say, we're winning this. And the other offensive side of the ball, the defense, were kind of slacking. Did the same thing. We're like, watch this. Okay, you got a minute left. Watch this. 13 seconds left. Oh my gosh.
The bad thing is I lost the fantasy football week on that matchup because everyone had like 900 yards. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So 2 through 4.
So yeah, sorry. Buffalo Bills clear number 1.
Easy.
It's hard to bet against Bill Belichick and the Patriots, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put my faith into it this year because he's a make it or break it year.
Third year.
Tyreek, Jalen Waddle,
2 great receivers.
He's got a decent young tight end in Gesicki for now. I don't know.
For now.
I don't know if he's gonna get traded or what. Their defense, I'm pretty sure they have the 2 most expensive corners in the entire league, or they used to.
Yeah, I think
their defense is the only reason why they were in a lot of their games last year. And if Tua starts struggling, one of my quarterbacks, Teddy Two Gloves, the backup there.
So you don't normally bet against Bill Belichick,
right? But I have to.
So you're going Dolphins too.
I feel like it's a make it or break it year for that team.
They went all in. They got a lot of people.
They did.
Upgraded their left tackle with your dog.
T-Stead was good. Yeah, I don't know. He's good to miss like 4 games this year. Yeah, I mean they committed fully to this year, and that they're trying to build that kind of the model of the Patriots.
Yeah,
where they want to be known as a winner again, and and then I'm going the Patriots. I think it's going to be very close. I'm not putting the Patriots under the Jets.
I feel like there are people out there that will.
Maybe if Zach Wilson,
but not me. What's up?
So if Zach Wilson was playing, he's a legend. For reasons we won't discuss right now.
Zach Nelson.
I want to see how the Patriots offense. They're running a brand new offense. They don't have the guru anymore.
I kind of feel like with Belichick kind of talking up his quarterback so much, I wonder if that's like because you saw that the other day, right? Where he was just really raving up how good Mac Jones is to the press.
I do think Mac Jones is very good.
But I feel like he did that because he wanted to instill. I don't know. I feel like Mac Jones has confidence alone, so maybe he didn't have to do that. I take that back. But so you're going Patriots 3, Jets 4.
Patriots 3, Jets 4. I don't need to say anything more about the Jets being number 4.
They did make great moves this offseason, though.
They did. I think they had the best offseason that they could have had. They got a lot of good people. It's just they needed so many holes to fill that it was impossible to change it all over one offseason for me.
Yeah.
And they play in a horrible stadium. It's injury free.
Have you been there? Or
I have not been there, but I've seen so many people complain about that and seen the results of all the injuries on that one field.
Yeah.
I think it's just, Washington is the only other field that I
Is
think
that
of
bad?
that has that many injuries.
Yeah, I agree with you on the order for the most. Yeah, I agree with you on the order. I got Bills 1, Dolphins 2, Patriots 3, Jets 4. I think the Jets will be a little better than last year. I don't think they'll be as good. I think they made really good moves, but it's hard to go from one of the worst teams in the NFL to a 10-win team overnight.
Yeah.
It's possible, but I don't know if I've seen enough from Zach Milson yet to kind of go through with that.
They got to roll with Joe Flacco for like the first month, I think.
Yeah, it depends on how long the rehab is, but I mean, Bills 1, they're my Super Bowl champion, or my Super Bowl champion prediction. I got Dolphins 2, Patriots 3. I just think, I think there's going to be a big gap in between Bills and Dolphins. I don't think it's going to be like.
I think 1 is clear cut.
Yeah, easy.
2, 3 are close, and then 4 is clear cut.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots finish second and the Dolphins third.
Yeah, I agree.
I think those two are like the close ones that can flip back and forth. But
yeah, I feel like Dolphins and Patriots can fluctuate. I wouldn't even be too surprised if the Jets kind of get third place in the division. If the Patriots take a big step back, it would surprise me, but I wouldn't be like blown out of the water by it.
Yeah, but I just don't think Bill's gonna finish last in his division.
No, I can't see. It'd be hard for me to see too. But
when he lost Tom Brady, he didn't finish last in his division. So
he also has the Jets in his division.
Exactly,
So.
they're still there.
Yeah,
it's the Jets. At the end of the day, it's
the Jets are gonna Jets. Although I do like Robert Saleh.
I do think he's
nice.
He's gonna be a good coach for that. And Sauce Gardner.
Oh, he's nice. He's my pick. Wait. He's my
sneak teaser.
Yeah, teaser. I might have a pick to win an award at the end of the season. All right, you ready for a tough one? I feel like this one is gonna be.
Where are we going with it?
We're staying AFC, man.
Ooh, give me the North.
AFC North. What's your prediction?
You can go first on this one.
I'm gonna go first. All right. My prediction for the AFC North might turn a little heads right now. Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns.
I only feel for some reason I thought you were gonna go like Steelers or Browns at number 1, and I was like, yeah, that's gonna turn some heads. But that's not too bad.
I just feel like because I don't know what the consensus thinking is, because the Bengals made the Super Bowl last year. But a lot of people weren't expecting the Bengals to make it.
True.
But they have a really solid group of young guys.
And they got burnt toast Eli Apple. You're
Saints
trash.
Saints fan. But I feel like the Bengals were still. I feel like as an NFL, we're kind of like, are they going to be as good this year? Was it a bit? They just got hot at the right time to make the Super Bowl, or are they here to stay? I do think they're going to be here to stay personally. But I just think that the Ravens, with Lamar Jackson healthy and an upgraded defense. Snoop. Hey, shout out my dog Snoop, man.
If you guys came here from the Snoop video, you understand.
Yeah, shout out my dog Snoop.
If you haven't seen that video, go check us out.
Yeah. My dog Snoop, he's hilarious, man. What a guy. But Snoop should be playing somewhere. By the end of this year, he should be starting somewhere. But different story for a different day. The defense, they bolstered their defense with Marcus Williams bringing him in.
Who dat?
Go Utes. And they also, I feel like a lot of players were hurt last year on their secondary, and they're coming back, like Marcus Peters and stuff. I think they're really depleted defensively, obviously Lamar Jackson being out hurt. I think with a healthy team, Ravens win that division. Bengals too, because they're that good. I don't want to talk about the Browns. And Steelers have a really good defense still, and Steelers have a really good receiving core too.
All the Browns fans are mad as hell.
Yeah.
They said we waited this whole time for you to just browse over us.
I'm gonna say I don't even want to talk about the Browns, man. They got some good players on their team, but I don't want.
I'll go over the Browns.
But I think
I have a lot to say.
Steelers have a lot of receivers. You go ahead. What are your predictions?
I'm staying with 1-2.
Okay.
Even though it's really hard to discount what the Bengals were able to accomplish last year.
Yeah.
But it's also very hard to repeat what they accomplished last year. I think Jamar Chase played as great as he could.
He's nice.
Joe Burrow played as great as he could.
Nice.
They got great play from Joe Mixon.
They did.
Their defense stepped up. And they did upgrade their offensive line, which was their biggest knock, right? You got to keep your quarterback healthy. You got to give him time to throw the ball.
Yeah.
They do have probably one of the top 3 receiving core in 3-man receiving core in the entire league.
T. Higgins is your 2.
Tyler Boyd
is your 3.
He's good. So I do think.
Are we sleeping on the Bengals?
I do think it's possible. It wouldn't surprise me if they're number 1 again. But I do think with the reasons you hit on, Ravens getting MVP Lamar Jackson back healthy.
Yep.
Mark Andrews is.
Put some respect on Lamar Jackson's name too. By the way.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
Big trust. But they're getting back their starting running back, J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, they're depleted at running back.
I mean, the only thing that concerns me is their wide receiver play. They have to have a big year. Bateman needs to step up. Duvernay.
It's true.
But their defense, I think they're getting back to that tough-nosed defense when Ed Reed and Ray Lewis were there.
Favorite player of all time.
I don't think they're going to be that good. Let's clarify that. I'm not saying that. I do think that
they would eat you alive in comments if you were. Yeah.
I'm not saying that, guys.
Getting back to the culture that was.
Yeah, that culture, that style of play. They went out and signed, Marcus Williams. Think about it. They're good enough on their defense to waive Tony Jefferson, who's a starting caliber safety.
Kyle Hamilton looked nice in the preseason. I know it's preseason, take it with a grain of salt, but good.
I don't know. That's
Tony Jefferson starts over half the teams in the NFL.
Oh, absolutely. He's gonna catch on and start somewhere.
Yeah,
absolutely. But yeah, it could flip flop, but I will go Ravens number 1. They just find a way to win games sometimes.
Period. And they're not scared to roll the dice.
No.
4th and 3.
And they got the best kicker in the league.
Best kicker ever.
After Will Lutz. No, when you have the option of your being really confident in your kicker kicking a 60-yarder. 60. What did he kick in Detroit to win the game?
65, something like that.
To set the record.
Let me check it out for you.
And he had ways to go. He could have been further. That just instills a lot of confidence in your team to hey, as long as we get into field goal range, we're getting points on this drive.
66.
So I thought 66.
You just got to get to the 51-yard line, and you have a chance. Or not 51-yard line, the 49-yard line.
You're scoring some points.
Chance of points.
Hey. Browns fans, why are you fans? I don't understand. No, I'm just kidding. Nick Chubb is very good.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt's nice.
They still got Kareem Hunt.
Myles Garrett.
Yeah, they're
great
good.
line.
Yeah. So I am gonna put them at 4 with you.
Good.
I just think that they have so many off-field situations
hard to stay focused.
that they have to deal with this season, whether it's not just the unspeakable, but they have a lot of contract situations that need to get figured out.
Ooh, true.
And I think their number 1 is Amari Cooper, and then after
He's
that,
nice.
After that, who they got though? They got some rookies that have to prove themselves.
Yeah.
Well, because they have no more money.
Njoku at tight end.
They spent all their money. Anyways, Steelers are my dark horse at 3. I think people don't give Mitch Trubisky the credit that he deserves. He was bad in Chicago, but all the Bears are bad in Chicago. You can't fault him for that. He played in an offense where no one put up any points, and they still made the playoffs. So I feel like with that team that he has in Pittsburgh, that he definitely could do it. Or if they go with Kenny Pickett, He's nice. He could throw the rock.
I agree with you. I think the Steelers are probably my dark horse in the NFL too, because they're complete everywhere except quarterback play. Their defense is stacked.
I just think that
maybe not everywhere, but their defense is stacked. Their receiving core is solid. Their running back's incredible. They just
I mean, and it's
and a great coach.
I feel like it's not even like a we don't know or we're either one of our quarterbacks are bad. I feel like whoever they play is going to give them a shot to win week in and week out. I don't think they're going to lose a game because of their quarterback situation, like other teams that we will get to.
I can't wait to get to those teams.
Well, we're going to have a lot to say in some of these divisions. I'll tell you that. Kenny Pickett is a good quarterback. Mason Rudolph, if they for some reason decide to go there, I'm pretty sure it's between Kenny Pickett and Trubisky. I don't know if they've named a starter yet for week 1, but either one of them is going to give you a chance to win week in and week out. They're not going to lose you games, but I don't know if they're necessarily going to go out and win you games like some other quarterbacks. All right, so you guys saw our takes on the AFC, where we think you heard Sean's Super Bowl pick. You heard some unspeakables. If you want to check out the NFC, it'll be on our next podcast. Until then, peace.
Nice.
I think I nailed that.
That was good. That was good for your first
one take.
too, man.
One take.
Yeah, I'm telling you.